Alright, what's up people? This is SiTHFuRioN, and right now we're going to be getting into episode 2 of season 8 of Game of Thrones. I am so eager to check this out, because last time, Jon now knows who he is. He's no longer a bastard. He never was. Oh my god, it was so good. Like, I know like a lot of people, they said that like last week's episode weren't great. I think the hype has been so high. I don't agree with it, but I can kind of see how some people would be like, oh, that's it. I was kind of expecting a bit more, you know. I think last week's episode was kind of like a kind of needed episode to kind of bring us back into this world, have a few meetups and characters kind of coming together. I think we're going to get that again with this episode, you know, because like Theon's heading back to Winterfell. But honestly, I feel like the last episode was kind of needed. Like we needed to kind of get everyone all together and have all the meet and greets and the reunions and everything. Get it all kind of out the way, because shit's gonna happen. Like shit's coming down, and, you know, the Night King's coming, and like I've said before, man, this is gonna be the final season, so anyone can die, man. Anyone can die, and I feel like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. A lot of our main key characters are all gonna get like tucked down one by one. So, like, I feel like they're kind of setting it up. Like, everyone's all happy and nice. And, you know, everything's all good now. Because, like, the next episode or the next 2 episodes, they're going to be fucking dead. I can see it happening. I can see it happening. I'm just so eager to see where this is going to go, man. I really am. Because, like I've said before, like, if you think this show's going to have a happy ending, you've not been paying attention. It's... oh man. Yeah, I think like last week's episode was kind of needed. I actually like last week's episode. I like it a lot. Strange thing is, like, when I was editing the Theon scene where he was saying about how like going back to Winterfell and da-da-da-da, I got kind of really choked up while editing that scene. Just for some reason, just, I don't know, like Theon just, he went from being loyal to the Starks, then betraying the Starks, and then everything he went through with Ramsay just, man, I think for him now to kind of come full circle and go back to wanting to fight for the Starks and everything, I think is it's an amazing character like storyline, you know. And after everything he's been through, like I definitely feel for fucking Theon. I really do. And I know, like I said, Sansa was being all bitchy, and I get like where people are coming from. I've always been a Sansa like supporter. I just think now we're at a point where it's like, there's a war coming. You know, we got to stop bickering between ourselves. We got a bigger fucking problem to deal with. You know, deal with our little personal shit afterwards. Because we don't know who's going to be alive or dead by the end of it. You know, we need to deal with the main big problem, you know, stop worrying about titles and all this petty shit. It's not like I'm saying Sansa's a bitch. She's actually one of my favourite characters in the whole show. I've always rooted for Sansa. Like, same kind of thing with like Theon, with everything he's gone through. She's been through a hell of a lot. And it is true, like she's weirdly kind of become a little bit like Cersei at times, you know. And like many people commented it, and going back and watching other people's reactions and seeing the scenes, like you can see a lot of Cersei in Sansa now. But yeah, like I said, like I've always been kind of rooting for Sansa because she's been through so much shit. So much shit. I just think we need to kind of get to a point now where all of our own personal shit goes to one side and just, you know, deal with the Night King. Because of course he's coming. Fucking winter's here, man. He's here. He's coming. I just need to get into it, man. Alright, so episode 2. Let's do this, man.
When I was a child, my brother would tell me a bedtime story about the man who murdered our father.
He stabbed him in the back, his throat.
He attacked my father in the streets. He tried to destroy my house and my family, the same as he did yours.
Do you want me to apologize? I won't. We were at war. Everything I did for my house and my family. I'd do it all again.
The things we do for love.
Oh. Oh.
I was his captor once. But when we were both taken prisoner and the men holding us tried to force themselves on me, Sir Jaime defended me. And lost his hand because of it. Without him, my lady, you would not be alive. He armed me, armored me, and sent me to find you and bring you home. Because he'd sworn an oath to your mother.
Go on, Brienne, dropping facts.
I trust you with my life. If you trust him with yours, we should let him stay.
Shit.
Very well.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Ooh. Just.
Cersei still sits on the throne. If you can't help me take it back, I'll find another hand who can.
Okay.
I suspect one of you will be wearing this before it's all over.
No, don't get saying something like that. You'll foreshadow it. Because I know people keep saying Tyrion's gonna die this season. No, he survives to the fucking end, man. Wow. She checking him out. Yep. Okay, with the eyebrow.
And make sure it's stronger than this.
It's strong enough. This is death. You want to know what they're like? Death. That's what they're like.
I know death. He's got many faces. I look forward to seeing this one.
Dude, she's a badass, man. Don't worry about her.
My weapon.
I'll get right on it.
I love Arya, man. Little badass.
You're not angry at me.
I'm not angry at anyone.
Why didn't you tell them?
You won't be able to help us in this fight if I let them murder you first.
What about afterwards?
How do you know there is an afterwards?
Either they're foreshadowing Jaime's gonna die, or my theory is right that there is no afterwards. The Night King's gonna sit on the throne and...
I always pictured myself dying in my own bed, at the age of 80, with a belly full of wine and a girl's mouth around my cock.
And we're gonna finally just have a chat, sit down, you know, it'll be alright.
We have other things in common. We've both known what it means to lead people who aren't inclined to accept a woman's rule. And we've both done a damn good job of it, from what I can tell.
He loves you, you know that.
That bothers you?
Men do stupid things for women. They're easily manipulated.
All my life, I've known one goal. The Iron Throne. Taking it back from the people who destroyed my family and almost destroyed yours. My war was against them. Until I met Jon. Now I'm here, half a world away, fighting Jon's war alongside him. Tell me who manipulated whom.
Wow.
And I trust him. And I know he's true to his word. He's only the second man in my life I can say that about.
Who was the first?
Someone taller.
Wow.
And what happens afterwards? We defeat the dead. We destroy Cersei. What happens then?
Talk about that after.
We took it back, and we said we'd never bow to anyone else again. What about the North?
Apologies, my lady. Your Grace.
Talk about that shit later, man. Hey! Oh, wow.
I want to fight for Winterfell, Lady Sansa.
What the fuck?
If you'll have me.
Fuck off. This fucking show, man. Jesus.
I want to fight too.
Aww.
All right, I'll defend the crypt then.
Aww. Either she's like a daughter of someone who works on the show, or they've set that up and she's gonna die at some point. That's kind of like a foreshadow setup for something. Like she's gonna try and be brave and she's gonna end up dying. I was wondering where it was someone. Oh my god.
How will he find you?
His mark is on me. He always knows where I am.
We'll put you in the crypt where it's safest.
No. We need to lure him into the open before his army destroys us all. I'll wait for him in the Godswood.
You want us to use you as bait?
We're not leaving you alone out there.
He won't be. I'll stay with him. With the Ironborn. I took this castle from you. Let me defend you now.
Wow.
We're all going to die.
But at least we die together.
I'd like to see the beaches again.
Then I will take you there.
My people are peaceful. We cannot protect ourselves.
My people are not peaceful. We will protect you.
I don't know why, but I'm getting kind of like a vibe of like only way I can kind of like describe it is like a war movie, and the soldiers are like down in the trenches just kind of waiting for the enemy to come, and it's like the night before, and you know they just kind of sat there just buying their time and
Biding your time. Waiting for the perfect.
Serious? What was I just saying? Hey, Ghost! Finally!
Samwell Tarly, slayer of White Walkers, lover of ladies. As if we needed any more signs the world was ending.
Well, what do we have here? Sir Davos, join us.
No, not for me, thanks. Came here for this. Figured I could wait to die freezing my balls off out there.
It could be our last night in this world, you know?
Yes, well, I'm glad you're here. Here, fighting with us. Glad you survived Eastwall.
Oh, man.
I killed the giant when I was 10. Then I climbed right into bed with his wife. You know what she did? Suckled me at her teeth for 3 months. Thought I was a baby. That's how I got so strong. Giant's milk.
Wow.
You never used to shut up, now you're just sitting there like a mute.
You joined the Brotherhood. You won't be on the wall with Jon. You're here now. Why? When was the last time you fought for anyone but yourself?
I fought for you, didn't I?
Oh, wow.
What did the Red Woman want with you?
She wanted my blood. Some kind of spell.
Why your blood?
I'm Robert Baratheon's bastard. I didn't know until she told me. I wasn't with her.
Were you with other girls? Before that, in King's Landing? Or after?
Where's this going?
We're probably going to die soon. I ought to know what it's like before that happens.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay, about time. Okay, we can cut away. We don't have to, like... Am I the only one that's a bit weirded out by this? Like...
I'm not the Red Woman. Take your own bloody pants off.
Like, that's little Arya, man. We saw her grow up. Am I the only one who's a bit weirded out by that?
Women can't be knights.
Why not?
Tradition.
Fuck tradition.
I don't even want to be a knight.
I'm no king, but if I were, I'd knight you 10 times over.
Any knight can make another knight. Kneel, Lady Brienne.
What?
In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave. In the name of the father, I charge you to be just. In the name of the mother, I charge you to defend the innocent. Arise, Brienne of Tarth, a knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
The Brienne of Tarth!
How are you, man? Oh, I don't think we've ever really seen her smile as well, have we?
High in the halls of the kings who are gone, Jenny would dance with her ghosts, the ones who'd been gone for so very long. She couldn't remember their names. They spun her around on the damp old stones, spun away all her sorrow and pain.
Wow.
And she never wanted to leave, never wanted to leave.
It's like I said, it's like they're down in the trenches, they're waiting, the enemy's coming, they're like...
My brother Rhaegar, everyone told me he was decent and kind. And he raped her.
He didn't. He loved her. They were married in secret. After Rhaegar fell on the Trident, she had a son. Robert would have murdered the baby if he ever found out, and Lyanna knew it. So the last thing she did, as she bled to death on her birthing bed, was give the boy to her brother, Ned Stark, to raise as his bastard. My name is Aegon Targaryen.
That's impossible.
I wish it were.
If it were true, it would make you the last male heir of House Targaryen.
You'd have a claim to the Iron Throne.
But does he want it though is the question. Does he actually want to be the king? Like... Are they here now? And the episode's gonna end, right? We're just gonna see him on the... Okay, I thought maybe we would see him on like the fucking horizon or something. Oh man. Like, okay, as far as Jon, okay, so he has a claim to the throne, but does he even want it? Does he even want it? Because I don't think he does. And like I said last week, if they actually get married, then what does it matter? What does it matter? And I know like last week, like people was commenting about like, well, why would he marry his aunt? You know, like, yes, granted, it would be kind of fucked up, but at the same time, they're Targaryen. Like, it's already been established in this show that Targaryens, you know, they inbreed. It's why they go crazy in the first place. It's just because we wouldn't hook up with our aunt, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that they wouldn't, you know, and it was It was commented last week by someone, and it is true. If Daenerys is actually pregnant, Jon ain't gonna just stand back and let that child be a bastard. You know, he spent his whole entire life as a bastard. Like, think about it. He is gonna marry her, aunt or not. Yeah, I do think she will get pregnant, because they kind of like foreshadowed it in the end of last season, where Jon and Daenerys was talking, and she told him that she's been told that she will never have another child. So her dragons are her children, type of thing. And I don't know. I just think that was kind of like foreshadowing the fact that she could or will get pregnant by the end. So just gotta wait and see how it plays out, man. As far as Daenerys and Sansa, it was so good to see them actually sit down and talk. Just, it's so needed. And for them to find like common ground and everything, like, and like I said, like, it was going so well, and then the kind of like the conversation kind of came up, well, what happens after? And it's like, we could talk about that later, you know. There's no point talking about it now. Let's deal with what we've got on our doorstep, literally right now. Man, like I said, this episode literally felt like I said, like I'm watching like a war movie, and our main heroes are down in the trenches, and they're just buying their time. They're waiting until the enemy comes. They've got like a few hours to kill. So they're just sat there, they're talking, you know, and it's like, they can't really go anywhere, so they're just stuck in this one spot. And they're just talking and exchanging stories and memories and having like a little laugh and a joke. Basically anything to try and distract themselves from the thought of what's going to happen in a couple of hours when the enemy turns up. You know, it's just going to be complete chaos and bullets flying everywhere and explosions, and it's the calm before the storm, basically. That's what this episode felt like to me. The night before it kicks off, you know. Good seeing certain people interact with each other, like Arya and the Hound, like just seeing them talk and like his whole line about how like he fought for her and that he wasn't always just selfish and stuff. That was nice. That was a nice moment. But as far as Arya and like, man, like I said, like they could have just cut away with them kissing and like saying like she wants to know what it's like to have sex and be with a man, like, and kiss and cut away. Fine, I could have been happy with that. But to see her get naked and everything, like, that's little Arya. Like, we've seen her grow up. I don't know, maybe it was just me, but I just kind of felt a bit weird about that, you know. Seeing side boob as well, it's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Just the whole scene of them all sat around the fire, just talking and stuff, was so good. So good. The dialogue and just, oh man. And Tormund, oh my god, man. His story about killing a giant when he was 10 years old and then being suckled at the tit of his wife, like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, he must have like some crazy fetish for like big, strong women. That's why he likes Brienne so much, you know? So good. But it was cool seeing Brienne being knighted, and by Jaime as well. Cool seeing everyone together, and Tyrion there as well with Jaime, and just... And talking about Jaime's scene with Bran, like, the fuck. I like how Bran did it though, like, the whole thing about how, like, well, if you didn't push me, then we would both be completely different from who we are right now. You know, that one act, no matter how terrible it was, that one act put both of these characters on the path that they've been on and made them who they are. So I kind of like that. I like that way of looking at it. Even though the act was fucking horrendous, like pushing a child out the fucking window, but still, it's in a like weird way, it had to happen. So now they're here. They're literally at the gates. Next episode. Next one's going to be it, man. I'm kind of interested in like how they're going to... Because... Okay. Let's just say that they actually win. They actually defeat the Night King in the next episode. Then what? We go back to having the normal Game of Thrones and with Daenerys heading south, you know, to try and take the throne from Cersei. Like, is that how it's going to play out? Or are they going to lose? You know, this battle at Winterfell, they could lose the battle and get pushed back. And some of our main characters will die. The ones who survive will head south and flee. No, they've already said that if they have to retreat from Winterfell, then they're going to go to the Iron Islands, right? I'm just so intrigued to see where this is going to go, man. Gotta wait another week. We keep doing this, like every week we get fucking excited and we just watch the episode and then it's over, then we gotta wait for the next one. But before you know it, we're gonna be watching the very last one, man. It's just gonna go by so quick, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get this edited, get this up for you guys as soon as I possibly can. So yeah, give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already, man. All right, I've been SiTHFuRioN. I'll catch you in the next one, man.